The semester-based budgeting tool available from ACC Student Money Management Office is a great resource to help students plan their semester expenses and help students make informed decisions like how much to take out in student loans. The semester-based budgeting tool is available on the Student Money Management Office webpage, which is accessible by navigating from ACC's main webpage or by adding \money to the homepage URL. Scrolling down to the bottom of our page, you see the semester budgeting heading. The 8 steps guide you through the process, so grab a pen and paper and get ready to write some things down. Let's start with step 1. Step 1 requires you to determine which months will be covered in your budget. The number of months varies in a semester. Spring and fall semester span more months than summer semester. Next to each step, there is a document that may further define terms or provide additional information and resources. Step 2 asks you to list all the forms of income that you expect to receive throughout the semester. Most people think of income as just wages from employment, but there are many other forms income can take. Our More on Income document provides a list of some common forms of income that you may receive. Step 3 asks you to list all of your fixed monthly expenses, or those expenses that don't vary month to month. Our document More on Fixed Expenses provides a list of common fixed expenses that you may have. Step 4 requires you to list all of your flexible monthly expenses. These are expenses that may vary month to month, and to some extent you have a little more control over these expenses. Some common flexible expenses include items like groceries, gas for your car, entertainment, and personal care. Many times we don't even realize where our money is going throughout the week, especially in these flexible expense categories. So to ensure that you're capturing all of your flexible expenses, I recommend tracking your flexible expenses for 1 week to really see where your money is going. Not only will this help you create a more accurate budget, but it will help you identify areas where you can reduce your expenses. Step 5 is a little trickier, but it's important to pay attention to. Oftentimes what derails a budget are those expenses that you know are coming but you forgot to plan for. These are periodic expenses or expenses that you may incur only once or twice per year. Holidays, car registration and inspection, and even back to school time are all common periodic expenses. Our What Are Periodic Expenses document provides guidance on how to take a periodic expense and break it down into a monthly expense that can easily be incorporated into your monthly budget. Let's walk through a quick example. We'll take holiday spending. Last year, you spent about $420 on gifts, holiday wrapping, and food for holiday gatherings. You want to be prepared this year and have that cash on hand before the holiday season begins. So you take $420 and you divide it by 12, the number of months in a year. We get $35. Include $35 in your monthly budget for the amount you must set aside every month to be ready for the holiday season. Further down this document, we have a simple worksheet you can use to calculate the total monthly amount you must set aside for all of your periodic expenses. Step 6 is where we start to see the work we've done in steps 1 through 5 pay off. Open our Google Sheets budget and make a copy so you can edit. Let's fill in the budget with the information we've written down in steps 1 through 5. For this example, I'm going to be a part-time ACC student who works part-time and has a school-age child. We're going to complete this for the spring semester. From step 1, we know that the spring semester covers 5 months. Let's look at the monthly income section. After taxes, I get about $1,000 a month in wages. I'm a single parent and don't have anyone else contributing to my household finances. I'm not receiving child support regularly. Now let's move on to semester income. Spring semester is great because I get a tax refund. I received about $2,000 last year, and my tax situation hasn't changed much, so I'm going to estimate that I will receive $2,000 this year too. I look at my financial aid award letter, and I'm receiving $1,400 in the federal Pell Grant. I'm receiving $684 in the Texas Educational Opportunity Grant. And I will receive $300 in the TPEG, or Texas Public Education Grant. I haven't applied for any scholarships, and I'm not sure about loans yet. Now let's move on to the semester expenses. As a part-time student, I will pay about $640 in tuition and fees. My books are about $300, and I'll probably spend about $100 in school supplies. Now it's time to enter my monthly expenses. I have a one-bedroom apartment and pay $890 a month. I spend about $400 a month in groceries and $100 eating out. My car payment is $300. And my monthly car insurance premium is $150. I spend about $85 a month in gas for my car. Utilities run about $90, and my cell phone costs $50 a month. I have internet service, and that costs $50 a month. I have to pay for some after-school care for my daughter, and that costs $250 per month. I pay $30 for a regular prescription, and from the worksheet I completed on periodic expenses, I need to set aside $100 per month to be prepared. I don't have any other monthly expenses. Now I can see the picture. My semester income is $9,384, and my semester expenses are $13,515. I have to figure out how to make this work. Maybe there are some areas where I could reduce expenses, or I could apply for scholarships. This also could help me make a good decision regarding how much I would need to take out in student loans. Back on the webpage, we have a document that provides some suggestions on how to handle a budget shortage. Finally, I want to end with an important reminder. A budget is a living document. It's never final. Continue to track your expenses, review your budget, and make adjustments. For more resources on how to become an expert at managing your personal finances, visit acc.edu/money.